just defend him. I put both hands. No,
All right.
no, Shezan. Okay, hold on. Here. No, here. Okay. Now both hands. Yes.
All right. So strong hand for Ziemowit, I would think, with Europe scoring, socialist governments, Middle East. I mean, Marshall Plan. Not much more you can ask for. Um, I would think maybe the plan is headline socialist and coup with Suez. Although you are a little bit short on ops for the rest of the hand, but Europe. I mean, I think Europe domination is a possibility here.
Hold on. I'm adjusting a couple of things on the
Yeah,
stream.
no worries. I will solo commentate until you are ready to go.
Yeah. Let me.
Uh, Indo-Pak War is also nice because you don't have to. Again, if you want to coup Italy, you can still get into Asia potentially later on. Olympic Games independent Reds are empty. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a solid hand. Defectors here would kind of suck, but I mean, you can always just dump Europe for nothing and focus on Middle East then. Let's see what he headlines. I'm expecting socialist, but let's see. Europe, I mean, he could just dump Europe. No,
He's going for the Euro
socialist,
play. Oh, but Red Scare.
but it runs into purge. So now he's got
Yeah.
some decisions to make. Do you
Yeah.
coup with a 2-op in Italy? I mean, it's a 50-50 chance, but there's zero chance you're dominating Europe now, I would say. Just
He
for
could
sure. It's impossible.
he could use the China card for it, but it's like
Ooh.
giving out the China card early war when you're the Soviet and CIA could be trouble for you.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, like a purged China card for a 3 ops in Europe, I don't think it's worth it.
No,
Um,
probably too much, giving too much for little advantage there.
yeah, so yeah, this is interesting. What do you do? 2 Italy, 1 West Germany, and dump Europe for one. Um, do you coup a Suez crisis and go for it? I mean, a 6 gives you the country, a 4 knocks him out. But let's say you roll a 4 and you knock him out. I mean, what do you play back in with? Marshall Plan? I mean, what's the point then?
Yeah, basically you
You
don't
can't
have the
dominate
ops
no
here.
matter what. And it could be disaster if he rolls low.
And not
Well,
only
not
that, but he
disaster,
also had to
but
he had to worry as well about Middle East. I think you just get rid of scoring. Like
yeah, minimum.
go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, I was saying minimum. You need 2 ops in Middle East to take Iraq, or I guess one into Syria, but that's pretty weak.
One into Syria. You need at least three ops there, right? Iraq, Syria, just to make sure that he doesn't counter you immediately.
Well, even I think just Iraq is okay. It depends on how strong Shizen's hand is, but point being that he needs to save some ops for Middle East. So I think he should just. I don't think he should coup here. I think he should dump. I don't even think he needs to dump Europe. I think maybe just play into Iraq or something.
I think that's perfect. You just dump Europe here. That's 1 point for you.
But you dump Europe on AR1.
Yeah, I mean that's the only thing that makes sense. Otherwise, he wouldn't have gone for only 1 point on Italy. If you're gonna coup, you take two.
Yeah, he's not cooing for sure. I'm thinking you can just play influence here normally. Shizen, whatever Shizen does, he cannot
Mm,
take. He
is it
cannot take domination.
maybe he wants to poke in using Suez? He might wanna put one in West Germany and maybe one in Afghanistan, something like that. Maybe one in Syria. No, he's dumping.
He's
Yeah,
gonna
he's
no,
dumping.
because the one in West Germany, Shizen's not gonna flinch because he knows that Zemo is red scared. There's no way he can op war anywhere, basically, right? So,
Yeah, that's true.
all right, so dump Europe. Uh, Somewhat unfortunate, but it is what it is.
I mean, it's not
Yeah. So
bad.
now,
It's like when you
yeah,
headline it, basically, you get it for one.
yeah, that's true. But I mean, obviously, if he had known he was being purged, he would have much rather have headlined Europe, and then you have 2 more
Yeah.
ops in your hand with socialists. But not much you can do. I expect him to space Marshall. That's a great space card. And the rest of the hand is pretty ops low, but I mean, it is what it is, right? What are you gonna do?
Yeah. I mean, unless at least independent Reds goes for free, right? So you get it out of the way. Doesn't prevent you later from getting Romania or anything in East Europe. Indo-Pac, I mean, that's a war card, so that's always strong. regardless of the. He can kind of maybe bait into that by playing into Afghanistan. I
Yeah, I think Indo-Pak is a likely event here.
let's see what Sheathan goes for. Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you the hand. He has Nora and he has a bunch of red cards. He has Nora and US Japan. He's thinking about playing US Japan. That's what I
Oh,
didn't say.
okay.
So he's a pretty decent ops there. And then he has Catherine as a scientist, Arab-Israeli War, Fidel, Romanian abdication, and Korean War. So probably Simo want to get rid of those independent reds as soon as possible because otherwise Romanian abdication is gonna play against him.
Yeah, but I mean that's a really strong hand, and he could easily play for Middle East domination here.
Oh yeah. He definitely can do
Yeah,
that.
but I mean it would require some foresight. Like, what does he do now? Does he play?
You're probably
Okay.
gonna have to go into Egypt, right? Or oh yeah, that,
Oh,
yeah.
so okay.
So this
All
is
right. Two
Indo-Pak, right?
Pakistan, one
Yeah.
Malaysia. Yeah, you just play Indo-Pak and all
Oh,
right, roll a one. Hey, I mean, okay. Look at it this way: you used a one on a war. I mean, it's much better than rolling a four, right? Because then that four can come back on a coup. That's I know that's not how it
yeah,
works, but
yeah. I
I'm
know.
trying to cheer Ziemowit up. Um, all right. Wait, he fixed UK.
Yeah,
That kind of strikes me as
that's
as
awkward.
a
Yeah.
yeah, it's a little odd spot to place an influence marker on turn one.
I mean,
I guess
going to
you don't want to
Malaysia,
lose special.
completely standard. I would expect maybe something for Egypt, since there are a lot of coups in the still. So if you coup, yeah, if they coup, you can just coup back, and you know that Nasser is gonna come back sooner than later.
I like this move. I like playing Romanian
Yeah,
abdication because basically Zimowit when he played one in Saudi Arabia. Okay, I am rather confused.
yeah, I understand what
I
that
don't
means.
know. I don't know what his intentions are. I guess take Saudi, but why not just take Iraq? You don't have the option to take both. Um,
Maybe he's
this is
gonna
very
coup
interesting.
into Iran with Marshall Plan. I don't know.
Coup into Iran with Marshall Plan, but why Saudi though? It doesn't. It doesn't. I don't know. It just strikes me as a very odd play when you're purged. Yeah, Shezan plays captured Nazi scientist as he should.
Now he goes for
So
two.
he takes
Okay.
Saudi. I guess okay. So maybe taking Iraq tempted a realign, and that would be pretty fatal. If it succeeded, a realign at +0. So that could be part of the reasoning. I could see that, but it just seems risky when you're because now if she's in place two Egypt, one Lebanon with NORAD. I mean, what's your response there? What do you do?
Yep. I mean, you have to coup Lebanon then,
Yeah.
but I guess you still below. That's why I was thinking taking Syria and Iraq, and you dump for zero basically, or for one in the
hmm
worst case if he takes Egypt.
Or just take Iraq first, and you might not even need to spend the op in Syria because again, when you're purged, I mean, he's already basically given up on Asia.
Yep.
Although I mean, obviously things can happen with Decol or Vietnam. I mean, there's still a lot of cards out there, even D-Style.
Maybe
But
he's trying. Maybe he's just trying to, present a threat in Middle East, so he doesn't completely override Asia. Maybe drive his attention to
mhm.
Middle East.
Yep. Although, let's see, Korean War is space. All right. So if I'm Zimo, I am playing Middle East ASAP. Yep.
Yep.
All
But that's
right. So
not
I think
bad. We're
she's
on
yeah.
AR5 and Asia's not completely gone, so that's decent.
Yeah, for a purged hand, I think this is more than fine. I think he's in good shape. He still holds Marshall Plan.
And only purge and two scorings, so this is
Yeah,
a very low
purged and two
tempo
scoring.
hand.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not. It doesn't look that bad actually.
No, it doesn't. That's good for Simowit.
So plays Fidel. CIA is now. Well, actually, it's Defcon's at 5. So actually,
Yeah.
there will be some fireworks. I wonder if Shizan will play into France because he kind of has to. Otherwise, he's risking a coup in Italy next turn.
Yep.
Actually, even if he does, yeah, no, he plays. He should play into France. Yeah,
Yeah, he has to put something in France so he can walk back in.
drop one in France or drop one in Greece. Or I mean, if you, I don't know, worry about De Gaulle or whatever, just don't leave Italy like that because that's just asking for a coup next turn. Um, yeah. Although with Europe scored, you could argue that he has better things to do. So
Yeah,
what does Shizan have? NORAD and
he
something
has
else, right?
NORAD and Arab Israeli. So
And Arab Israeli. Okay.
maybe play
Okay.
NORAD. I don't think you want to play for the event, just the ops. Maybe.
Well, he needs Milop somewhere, and that's going to be kind of an issue right now. Because what does he do? Does he give up? I would think I would
What,
consider just giving up the two VPs.
what do you where do you coup that is like sort of efficient?
Exactly, because you can't use Arab Israeli war because that's just giving a ton
Even
of VP.
more. Yeah, this is giving
Two
4 VP.
Milop and yeah, maybe four VPs, and then you might even flip Israel. Like Arab Israeli war is unplayable. And if you coup NORAD, you're throwing away a 3 up because what are you going to coup Saudi Arabia? Like there's no point. So I think he just has to give up the two VPs on Milops and play Thailand. Yeah, watch out for Vietnam or Deco. I like it. I like it. I think this is
Yeah, I
solid.
like Talon because now he
Hmm.
gets a counter coup.
Ooh, but Ziemowit draws Deco.
He
So
draws Decal.
this is gonna be
He
spicy.
he has that can cover, so he can drop
So
Defcon at the same
Deco,
time.
Deco Thailand coup deck and cover. It's kind of risky, but I mean, if you would need a
If you
five or a
get
six,
it, he's back in the region.
yeah. So what does Shisen have?
Shithan has Distal, Arab Israeli, CIA, East European, Warsaw Pact, Nasser, NATO, and Asia.
Another decently strong hand.
Yep,
Um,
he has one
he
four, two threes, and
one, two. He could actually headline Asia here, and there's no card that Zimowit has that could stop him.
well, he can take Vietnam, Laos, and Indonesia, and that will tie it.
Oh, true. But I mean, if my opponent has to use decol on
The thing
Laos,
is, he'll
Vietnam,
have
and
to use Deagle
Indonesia,
on headline, which I don't know if he's gonna do since
which he's not going to do with
because
defectors,
he hasn't seen the factors exactly.
but Shizun doesn't know that, so Shizun might think that Zimowit could have defectors, and Zimowit might headline decol. So it's interesting. If I was Shizun, I would consider because what else do you headline if you're Shizun?
If you're season here, I don't know because nothing is really good. I mean, maybe
Yeah,
CIA. I don't know.
no,
CIA
you
you
don't want
probably
to keep
want to
it in the
keep
deck.
it for
Yeah,
later.
I
East
think he should go
European
for
doesn't do
Asia.
anything. NATO is not even active. Yeah, he goes for
Yeah,
Asia.
he goes for it. Very nice.
Yeah,
I like it.
yeah. He
Because
like you said, he doesn't have very good option for it.
yeah,
Blockade's pretty good. Discard this stall, so
yeah.
he's gonna see it in mid war. Hopefully in turn three.
Hopefully in turn three. Okay, so I see whose side you're on. All right.
Now I'm completely impartial, and
You're
I.
completely impartial. Get out of here. All
Okay,
right.
so what's Simo we play now? Asia's gone, Middle East gone, Europe's gone. So
I
does he
mean,
start focusing on the mid-war regions? Does he want to try to get that talent? He probably wants to
well,
at least fight for talent, right?
you could coup Italy. It's an option with duck and cover or De Gaulle,
That
and
would
it's a
that would secure the
50-50.
region for him for sure.
It's a 50-50 chance that you knock him out. You could use China card and make it a 66% chance, but I think that's just too risky with CIA still around. But yeah, I mean, I would consider cooing Italy. I would consider what else to consider. You can't really coup Thailand with China card because Defcon's at 4 and you can just get cooed back. Uh, coup Pakistan with duck and cover is kind of eh. Decoy you could play, but where would you play? South Africa, Algeria, Thailand, and Indonesia. Like I don't think it's super strong. I think maybe you should wait until Defcon drops and then fill in the one stabs in Africa.
Yeah, I think yeah, starting with Deagle is kind of no. I don't like it. Deagle at five sounds wrong to me.
Like it creates some problems. I mean, if you go South Africa, Algeria, Thailand, and maybe Indonesia, but Shizun could just NATO back to Thailand and France, and then you're kind of like, what did I gain? Right? Not much.
Yep.
Like you basically got Indonesia. Like it's not ideal. Yeah, if I'm the USSR, I would much rather hope to get Angola or Zaire
Well,
or
which
Nigeria.
fours are left? So we've seen two on Seaton hand on the previous turn. We saw
Nu-
seen uh, US Japan and and then Marshall on Simowit's hand, right?
yeah, so nuclear test is around. NATO's right now is in Shizun's hand,
Yeah.
and then what am I missing?
Purge that he
No,
headlined.
well,
So there are
Purge
only
came
two
out last
forts
turn too.
left, and Ziemowit doesn't have any. So he is probably certain that at least one of them is on Shizan's hand.
Yeah, exactly.
So he cannot really create a problem that Shitan cannot solve.
So
Okay.
influence placement into West Germany. All right.
Maybe he's gonna draw the DEFCON and then slam the China guard with a big coup on Thailand on 40 if Shitan doesn't draw the DEFCON. Or maybe threaten yeah, one Afghanistan. So you threaten either flip or coup.
Yeah. It's
If
interesting. I'm not sure.
maybe maybe
Like
threaten
one into West Germany. So what is that threatening? You're not
he's
threatening to
taking
flip
he's threatening that he's taking France. That's
France,
yeah.
exactly. So Shizing can just reply by taking France,
Yeah,
and
but
then
if
what?
he
Well,
takes
what's the
France,
follow up?
then you coup Thailand with the China card or Pakistan.
No, but if he takes France, Defcon's still at. Oh, he used Defcon cover.
Yep.
Oh, okay, I see. Okay, yeah, that works actually. Yeah, it's a good play. I see. I didn't see that he used Defcon cover. All right, yeah, I like the play then because if Shizan spends time taking France, then he might lose. He might lose Thailand, I guess, but he could play a 4-op 3 France, 1 Thailand, then Zimbabwe. I mean, Duku Pakistan. It's kind of volatile with Indo-Pak War, but it is a battleground. Hmm. Some interesting decisions for sure early on here for both players. I do. I don't know. I think Shizan's stranglehold in Asia is looking really good. And even Europe, like sure, right at the moment, even was dominating, but I don't expect it to last.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
difficult for the USSR to dominate Europe.
yeah, Shizan has a Nasser, right?
Shitan has Nasser, so he knows that he's gonna have to put a few points on Egypt before that happens if he wants to keep access to Libya.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, he has plenty of ops. Okay, he's
All
going
right,
for his
EU.
European.
He's gonna take France, 100%.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so
So
he's
he,
telling him, "You want to coup Thailand? Go for it."
yeah, and
Oh, ouch.
yeah,
That's ugly, man.
that's ouchie. That kind
So
of
he rolls a
hurts.
2. Um, yeah, I mean, in a game of this magnitude, where I mean, again, it's an elimination, do or die, winner go home. That's rough.
Your wishes or lack
Your
of them
wishes.
are powerful.
Yeah, I mean, you see in the chat, no good luck, no have fun. These guys just went right into it, cold blooded. Both of these guys. Where's the sportsmanship? Where's
Yeah,
the hey, good luck, have fun? You know.
yeah. Let's see.
Yeah. All right. I mean, there's still a lot of TS to play. Obviously, things look good for Shizan. The VP track is at 6. Europe, Asia, everything looks great.
Yep. I mean, the good thing is right now, if he does, well, he's 100% gonna take Thailand. I don't think there is any doubt about that. But he can still get into the region with decal, right? So maybe he can, oh, he's
Okay. I
okay.
don't know how much I like this.
Okay, he's dropping
So
the
it,
Afghan.
it does give him a middle op. Oh, wow, that is a
Pretty
very
good.
very fortunate roll.
Okay, so
But now you give up Africa.
yeah, decal is brain dead now, going to Thailand,
But
and
he's holding NATO, right? So he can just retake Thailand, no problem.
yeah, he can retake Thailand, but now he can, if he retakes Thailand, then Zimbabwe just takes Vietnam, Laos, you know, he probably go to
Nah,
Indonesia right
can you
now.
can you country count? I would think Algeria here because you can get Algeria for free, kind of, because Shizan has to spend time filling Thailand. So you can, yep. So you
Yeah.
just grab Algeria while you're at it.
So then he's giving up on Asia. There is not even gonna fight on the country count. I mean,
Yeah,
it makes sense. It's too expensive. It's the most expensive region.
yeah. I think you at this point his strategy is. I mean, Korean War is still out there. Indo-Pak War is still out there. You just if you can grab a war card and make it even, go for it. If not, I mean, I don't think there's any point in investing further ops. I mean, again, you run the risk. Well, if Asia comes back turn 3, I mean, there's not much you can do about it, right?
Okay.
So three Thailand, one Algeria. 100% take Algeria. Whoa,
Okay, that makes sense. Get the domination Middle East. Maybe you can score.
whoa, Tunisia.
Hmm. That's
That's a no. That's a creative play and a good one.
yeah.
That didn't occur to me because now you're threatening backdoor into Libya.
Yeah, even if he takes Egypt, you ensure the domination by taking Libya, right?
Also, it's like, do you really want to spend ops like cooing, a two-stab non-battleground in the early war? Like, I really don't.
Yeah,
That's
probably
a
not.
waste of a turn to me.
Okay, he has CA created. He wants 100% to play that one because he want to put it back in the
Yeah,
deck.
exactly.
Probably gonna hold Warsaw Pact so he doesn't come back until Lake War. I don't know. Maybe
What do you have?
it's
CIA,
Arab
Warsaw,
Israeli or
and what else?
Warsaw.
Arab
Arab
Israeli
Israeli.
War. Arab Israeli War is a decent hold card, I think, here because you don't really like. You're not thrilled to play it. You could space, I guess, but what do you play here? What do you play here?
I think he has to take Egypt if he wants to have a right
Well,
now.
there's no pressure to take it immediately because whether you take it or not, you can always take it next turn. I would still consider taking Algeria just because that's a country that is very much up in the air, whereas Ziemowit doesn't have access to Egypt. Like it's kind of yours anyways.
Hmm, that's true. He has three more turns, so yeah, he has. mm, But if you wanna put CIA, you don't have that much time because that's just one up.
Probably. Oh,
Okay,
okay.
going
I thought
protecting
it was
that.
going to be Egypt, but France. All right, that's fair. But I mean, you should take West Germany at some point then to make it domination.
This is going for Libya. Okay. He's not giving up completely. He's going there. Maybe, filling up
Yeah,
Southeast Asia for some extra points later.
I mean, he knows nuclear test ban is coming out. So again, right, you take India, and then Korean War or Indo-Pak can give you an even. So I like it. He's also threatening Egypt, obviously. So now I think Shizan kind of has to bite the bullet and maybe play Arab Israeli into Egypt, or you just play Warsaw into Egypt and India. Egypt and India seems reasonable, but still a lot of things up in the air. Uh, yeah, this is exciting. I like it.
Let's see what's
I
I
really,
mean,
really like the Tunisia play. I think that was excellent
yeah, the back there.
because there's
I've seen him do it a couple of times, honestly.
yeah.
That's a Ziemowit
No,
signature.
it's because you just don't have like the U.S. just doesn't like. How do you respond? You can't really, right? There's no real counter to that play.
Okay, so that's
So he goes containment, and so
maybe one Israel. Okay,
so
going to
Warsaw is
protect.
a 4 up. Oh yeah, we were talking about hold card, but there is no hold card because blockade was headlined.
That's true. That's true.
So he gets a nice 4 up here. Um,
That'll be
Algeria,
cool, but
India.
India. Hmm. 33 that you can flip on the on
And so where did containment go? North Korea, uh,
one North
Libya,
Korea, two
and two
Libya,
Libya.
and
Right.
one.
Yeah.
Didn't
No,
he
and
take
that's it.
Zaire? No, he took one Libya, one Zaire, one North Korea. He already had one in Libya.
Yeah. That's correct. Okay, West Germany, Italy, and Thailand. Okay, so obviously
Protect the
socialist governments
domination.
is yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. He makes sure that he can get easy countries to level up the Europe. Okay, so he gets nuclear test ban
hmm
and he get Marshall Plan. So
Well, that's nice, but also, I mean, what do you headline here? It's kind of ugly.
Comic Con.
No, don't do it. True, I
The
think you just
the real Comic Con trap at DEFCON 3.
the real Comic Con trap. DefCon 3 on turn 3. Yeah. 5 year plan is very nice. You can hold that for Asia or Europe in the future. Oh wait, what does Shizan have?
Shizan has, well, I missed that one. He has Olympic Games. Oh, now his feed went off. Okay. Uh, Olympic Games, Arab Israeli. Please come back. Cambridge 5. He comes back for a second and then he leaves, so I can.
No. Oh, he does headline Comic Con and he gets defectors. Ah, should have done Truman.
The madman. Uh,
Yeah.
UN intervention, Cambridge 5, Arab Israeli, Vietnam revolts, De Gaulle, and socialist. So he has a little bit of a red hand here, but nothing
I mean,
really too bad. Everything is manageable.
mhm. Well, now, I mean, Ziemowit runs into his own playstyle. Like, oh, he has all these ops, but he can't really use them. I mean, where do you be efficient with these ops? Another two. At least this one isn't like that bad because you still got in, but ouch, nonetheless. So if I'm Shizan, I'm probably taking India here. I don't want to take any chances. I would ideally. I mean, Algeria is also
What was
pretty
the coup?
crucial.
I missed it. I was on Twitch chat.
Yeah, no worries. It was Panama.
Panama. Okay. Oh yeah, yeah, I see.
Yeah, he
It
rolled. He
would,
rolled a two, but at least he got in there.
yeah, good enough. It would have been bad if he was just kicked out, but as long as you got one, it's okay. That access, like he didn't get the stall, so the access to South America is gonna be easier for uh, it's gonna be easier for the USA. There are more
Yeah, I
cards to
mean,
give you the access.
but you never know. You could turn 4D style is again really strong, but also puppet governments, Panama, OAS, junta. Well, junta goes both ways, but a lot of U.S. events that can get you in.
Yep.
De Gaulle gets UN. Burma is kind of interesting, but okay. So Zimowit's fighting Europe on country count. I think it's the right play because it's kind of like what else do you do with your ops, right?
Mm, yeah, I mean, he doesn't. He could set up a Central America domination pretty safely if he wanted. With just
Central America.
yeah, just taking Costa Rica.
Yeah, but you don't want to do that right now because you want to grab your two VPs from Milops, right?
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. I mean, yeah, nobody goes Costa
Oh,
Rica for trying to kick out, but
wait, because Tunisia has an op in it,
yeah,
so that doesn't matter.
yeah, that's true. If he wants to get them Milops, he can get them anyway.
Hmm. Yeah, you could. I would go Nicaragua, Haiti here.
Also,
Just
maybe Botswana to do real anim out of South
yeah,
Africa. But
yeah.
you
He
need three
definitely has a
ops
lot of
because you need
options.
to protect Angola from a flip.
All right, so Cambridge 5 will kind of, I
Mm,
think,
yeah,
relax Zima with a bit because he knows that he doesn't have any scorings. I think you use this opportunity to space because you
yeah,
have to space
NORAD,
something. NORAD.
bye bye. Yeah, that's
That's
good.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, ideally, you would love to hold NORAD here, just because. I mean, if you get Quagmire next turn, then it's a free 3 op. But with 5-year plan, you can't really do that. So, and 5-year plan is a much more valuable hold card.
Yeah,
I mean, you hold on to
the
that baby for
fire
like
plan,
until turn 7 if you have to.
fire plan on the mid war, it's way more dangerous. It becomes a liability the moment you have something else in your hand that it's Defcon suicide, right?
Right, but just the ability to ditch a
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
scoring card
I mean, I
is
hold
so
it, but
strong.
I'm just pointing out that it's
Yeah,
also a little more risky
that's
than
fair. Yeah,
on early game. It's a no-brainer. You get Asia scoring and you don't like it, you just ditch it. But in mid war, you have to take into account that there are a lot of cards that can get you in trouble. You can always
yeah,
space it.
that's fair. Okay, so what does Shizen have? He has 2 cards, right? So he has.
He has Vietnam revolts and Arab Israeli again.
All right, so Vietnam Revolts is a free AR7 or AR6
He
here, and
knows
I guess
that Vietnam revolt comes out because we haven't seen that card yet, so
yeah.
that's a free one.
And Zemo has to play. Yeah, so this is kind of odd because so you spend all these turns, all these ops filling up countries, but now you're gonna have to throw it away in the end because Independent Reds is just gonna break
Yep,
Romania.
absolutely. That's what I was thinking. Like that independent reds, he knows that he has independent reds in hand, and he knows that he has
No,
fire plan, right?
I don't know. I believe
Didn't he hold the independent reds from last turn?
has he been holding it for 2 turns?
Hmm. I
I
mean,
I I don't know.
otherwise it
I don't
wouldn't be
know.
here. It's a one-time event, right?
Yeah,
Unless
it's
he
all a
spaces
haze.
it.
I'm not sure. Everybody's really war for influence, so he's just making sure that Europe is safe and sound. So we're gonna go into mid-war with the with +2 for the U.S. and the board is actually up in the air. I would say, like Europe and Asia are pretty decided, but Middle East is USSR. Central America is pretty leaning to the USSR. Africa is USSR. So
Yeah,
there's a
that's
lot of possibilities here.
yeah. I think Ziemowit is not in a bad spot. Like he has the access to South America right now, until the Middle War cards come in. He has an advantage in Central America right now. He has an advantage in Africa. I mean, yeah, Zidane is up in the score. He has two important regions, but there are other three important regions that give a lot of
Yeah,
points if they're,
it's not super clear yet.
yeah.
And also Ziemowit's holding 5-year plan, so one of those regions he can potentially ditch. OPEC is scoring for 3 currently. Probably not going to get bigger than that, unless Muslim Revolution mixes things up.
Oh yeah. Muslim Revolution right now is 4 up for 4 up, so maybe and he can walk back in. So I don't know.
Well, if you have a high op hand, you can play 3 into Egypt, or not Egypt, I
Yeah, you
guess,
can
because
poke and
Sadat's
flip.
around,
Yeah.
but 3 into Iran, and
Yep.
yeah, I mean the ideal scenario is you play Sadat first and then you Muslim Revolution, but I mean, how often does that happen? But yeah. Hmm. So what's Shizan thinking here?
Well, he has in hand.
He only has one card,
Yeah, he has Vietnam
Vietnam.
Revolts. He's just gonna give it, and then let's see what he pokes. Oh no, he loses.
He,
That's a walk.
hmm. I
Right,
like
nice flip.
Malaysia to protect against brush war.
Okay.
Okay, and Europe scoring. So, but
Ooh.
CIA.
Not only that, man.
Oh,
Like, okay, so he's gonna be stuck with CIA unless he get Brezhnev at some point.
no, he should. So
You
it
wanna
depends
you wanna
if
headline
no, not headline. You can't. That's too
AR1,
risky.
AR1, right?
But AR1, yeah, I would if I get the chance. I'm 100% CIA in turn one because that's big because then you can use 5-year plan to discard Europe.
Europe.
But if
Yep.
you can't get rid of CIA, then you have to play Europe and you have to space 5-year plan, and it's just horrible.
Yep. Okay, I'll tell you the hand because he got long gunman too. So, but
Oh, okay.
but hold on. There is another way. Is nuclear subs. He has nuclear subs in hand. If he plays it for the event, that might allow Ziemowit to get rid of the of CIA created without.
CIA. Oh, that's interesting. And nuclear subs is an amazing headline here
He
with the
has
3
he has
stabs.
nuclear subs. He has two scoring Central America and Southeast Asia. He has ABM,
Oh,
Cuba Missile Crisis, Kitchen Debates, Muslim Revolution, Cultural Revolution, and Long Gunman. So Cultural Revolution
wow,
unplayable right now. Muslim
wow.
he can self-fix. Okay, he's gonna do Cuba Missile Crisis headline, seems like.
That's interesting. Because
Yep.
I guess just deny the coup. Oh, well, it's a great play. Although Shizen might not know it, but it's an amazing play because now, unless nuclear subs gets evented, this is kind of looking ugly.
Yeah. Simo we cannot get
However,
rid of.
however, Ziemowit gets into South America first, so that's actually pretty big here. Um,
Yep.
oh, okay, I was gonna say if he goes Haiti and Nicaragua here, that would be pretty huge. But
Okay, he protecting Nigeria.
yeah,
A flip
Zemo.
in Angola is I see a little unlikely because he could just take South Africa and realign him out of there.
Well, but then Shizen replies with taking Botswana. But I think Angola is a bit safer anyways because of Portuguese and South African
Yeah.
unrest. So you don't need to like Nigeria is definitely the better over control target here.
Now we have ABM treaty, so there's gonna be some big coup happening.
Oh,
Probably.
it should happen. It should happen right now in Argentina.
He's going for
Or
nuclear
he's.
subs. He's going for nuclear subs.
Oh no
Place
way!
influence. Place influence. No. Place influence.
Oh what,
Yeah.
dude?
It would be so awesome if he
Okay,
actually did that.
yeah. Zimovic's probably cursing right now. Like, damn.
Why didn't he want to coup my Africa countries? He
So
didn't hope he
okay,
made.
dump Middle East. Yeah. So now you're gonna have to space 5-year plan and play Europe, which is just that's kind of brutal to be honest. Like drawing 5-year plan and then not being able to use it is, yikes. He also has to play Panama at some point. He has to play everything because he has no choice but to space 5-year plan here. And again, that's kind of the inflexibility you kind of create for yourself when you play the China card early war. I mean, I don't fault him for it. I think the Thailand play was correct, but it's just kind of a consequence now. Shuttle diplomacy, I guess you just play it, and it's likely just going to be an extra VP in Asia. Asia will score for, I think, 7 instead of 6, so it is what it is. 3 ops is worth the 1 VP. And actually, Shezan will just get rid of Lone Gunman when Ziemowit plays Ask Not. So overall, I mean, this is really good for Shezan, I would say.
Oh, Central America goes for 2.
Yeah, this is not pretty for Ziemowit at all. I think he should take Argentina. Maybe play into some African non-battlegrounds. Get your country count up.
He can get a big coup in Saharan states if he wants.
If he coups, he has to remove 2 from Cuba, which is an option now that Central America has been played.
Yeah, but let him into Cuba for a non-battleground coup. I don't know. The problem is if you don't coup, Shizan will coup on the last AR and just get 2 VPs for free.
Yep.
The other option, I think, is establishing a domination by taking Uruguay. Oh, wow, I
Yeah,
did
he
not.
dumps Europe.
I did not.
You just kind of have to.
He
He
could.
has a
Oh,
lot of.
because yeah, that's right.
He has to space 5-year plan. Muslim Revolution opponent event. Okay, that's interesting. Why not? You can space 2 cards here. Why not space?
He probably had to space cultural. I don't know.
But you can
Yeah, he could have to space too.
space 2, right? So you can space cultural, and if Zemo spaces
Oh,
back and you can't.
I see. I don't think he wants to. He doesn't want to play into Egypt. I think he's just knowing that Sadat's still in the deck. Just gonna
All
let
right.
that happen there.
Yeah, that's smart. I guess you gain 2 ops or maybe 1 op.
Okay.
So the plan is to Iran and
It takes back
where
Iran
else?
and fill up Southeast Asia for the scoring.
Oh yeah, he has a scoring card, right? Zemo just empty ARs here, unfortunately for
I
him.
think right now, Sheethan knows 100% that CIA is on Simowit's hand. CIA,
Uh,
like,
yes, he does. He does with the 5-year plan in Europe
Fire,
scoring with what
yeah,
he just did. Yeah,
there's no other
100.
reason why you would do that because he could have spaced every other card.
And this is very dangerous because green seals to Soviets like could lose the game for Zimovit on the spot.
Okay, he takes a domination in South America, smart, and he's gonna give up a 1 BP score in Asia. Like, it's whatever.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's still a dangerous scoring card. Asia's gonna score for like 7 now, I think. But again, there's just it's out of your control. There's not much you can do. There's Southeast Asia. That's interesting. So he gives up access to South America. Um, Ask not. He gets rid of
Longaman is gonna go.
and yeah. And what are the other 2 cards he has left?
Kitchen debates and ABM. He's getting rid
AGM.
of kitchen
Oh,
debates. I guess
yeah.
he's
I
not
guess.
gonna get the 2 VPs right now.
Yeah, it doesn't trigger right now. Although, regardless of who has more battlegrounds, I still really like Shizen's position here. Zemo still has chances. Again, South America could
Yeah,
score for like 10 next turn, right? Who knows?
yeah. Maybe. Okay. Yep.
But if I'm Shizen here, I'm ABMing Brazil.
A hundred
Almost
percent of the time. Like,
undoubtedly, yeah. Like there's no other play.
you're gonna get BPs. You're
What did
gonna.
he get? What did he get from Asnot?
Oh, he got. Oh, Jampo and US Japan.
Wait, U.S., Japan, and what?
And Jampo, the Pope.
Oh, John Paul. Oh, okay. Damn.
Okay, so that's ABM Brazil. Free no brainer.
Hey,
Oh,
a
but it didn't
one.
work out.
Okay.
Well,
All
but he
right.
has to
So
give the access to Venezuela anyway, so it kind of
right,
worked.
but you retain the domination, right?
Yeah, 100%. And I don't
And so
even think
now,
that it's he can even fire on. He just have to give that domination on South America, unless he get junta, he's able to change Brazil.
hmm so let's see what happens. So I think maybe you play U.S. Japan here, 2 Venezuela, and I don't know. Not too sure what you do with your ops here. Like you have options, and you have a lot of options in the. You can realign Central America. You can play into African non-DGs. You could flip Angola, but I don't know what's best.
Hmm.
India is still open. I don't know. Is that something you want to take? Probably not, because
I
it's
mean,
probably
you're
three ops for
100% gonna
one.
score domination there. Let's see what he
Exactly.
does. Okay, he's
Oh, he breaks.
poking.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. That's solid.
Yeah, if he
All
gets
right.
Punta now, it will be insane, right? Because you just take that and get a coup in Panama, for example.
Well, does he have grain sales? Because grain sales could end the game here.
He does not have grain cells,
Okay.
but he has Red Square Purge again.
And it's auto headline.
Yeah.
Yikes. This is a big yikes.
He has Camp David Accords, UN intervention, UN no, U2 incident, sorry. Uh, Asia Summit, Orman in Tehran, Colonel Rear Guards, and Jean-Paul Hall from the last turn, and OPEC.
Oh, this is brutal. Asia scoring as well. It's going to be 7 VPs, I think. So that brings the score to 14.
Ziemowit has South America, so that's if he takes back. He wants to use 3 ops. He got them back Brazil and score that for domination.
Well, what do you do here? Because you're purged, right? It's not clear.
You could
I
get a
would
coup.
consider. I would consider maybe playing South America right away. I would consider ditching CIA. I would actually strongly consider ditching CIA and then playing South America. I think you have to ditch CIA. You don't want to take the chance of grain sales ending your game next turn.
But then if you get CIA, then you are giving up the domination in South America.
No, you're not because he's quagmired. So you just play South America next
Oh
turn.
yeah, he's gonna put 1 point. Okay, yeah, that's right.
Although I think he should have played South America first because now Shezan can coup Brazil, and with a 5 or a 6, I mean, you just kind of screwed yourself, right?
Yep.
So I think playing South America first might have been somewhat better. But let's see.
You're gonna ask them in turn 5. I mean, it depends on the result, right? Like if nothing happens, then it's a minor mistake that didn't have any effect. But
Yeah, I think it's a mistake. Again, like it's TS. I'm sure I could be missing something or another reason, but just on the surface, to me, I feel like playing South America might have been better. But I wonder what Shizun does. I think he should coup Brazil here. Because you coup Brazil, and again, Ziemowit only has a 1-op from CIA to respond with, so not much you can do. And also now Shizun can see South America scoring, so... And so the rest of his hand, Ziemowit will have to hold Voice of America because he cannot space. Space is... Oh, he doesn't. Okay, he's out here. Interesting. Ziemowit just takes back. And he'll play South America next turn, no doubt. And what does Shizun have to give up?
well, he doesn't have. He can give up you to incident OPEC. OPEC probably gonna be. Yeah.
OPEC for sure, yeah. And now
And it's
Ziemowit
out.
plays South America scoring. Or I mean, you get greedy and play NATO, but that's just you're just risking way too much there. You got to bring the VPs back to
He's going to
something
have to.
reasonable.
He's probably going to have to play it, and he doesn't want to give Usuri. Oh well, Usuri. I mean, Asia's too far gone, so maybe he actually plays Usuri. I don't know.
Well, that's interesting. I didn't consider that, but now that you bring it up, yeah, who cares? Play Asuri, just repair North
Yeah,
Korea,
repair
and
North Korea, and
especially if Asia has scored here, which it should be like almost any turn now.
is he
Yeah,
really
Asia.
gonna go for more for racking up points? I don't think so, right? Are you
I
gonna?
think he should. I think Shizun should consider spacing some. Well, I guess the only thing he can space is U2. So
He's playing it. Ah, he's flipping Angola. That makes sense.
yeah, you almost kind of wish you had a card to space so you can
But there's the 2 events that
grab those
can
VPs.
screw you there, and he could just flip it with NATO. No, Rescue Bridge. He cannot flip it. He can flip it,
Well,
but not prevent the flip back.
well, Shizun saw the hand, right? So he knows that Ziemowit's only chance is to flip with NATO, but he's not going to do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, Ziemowit's just so strapped for ops here.
Yeah, Voice of America is gonna have to hold it because he cannot play it.
Yeah, Liberation goes for the event, but it's just easily repaired in Mexico. Latin American is a 1-op. Usuri you could play here and remove it from the deck, but I would kind of want to space it anyways because I want the two VPs from space, right?
Yeah.
So, and I don't want to space NATO.
Yeah,
So,
I'm surprised how nobody has tried those two VPs, the two VP shot there.
well, Shizun doesn't have. Well, there's issues on the board, right? I guess that are more pressing, and also Shizun doesn't have a space card.
Yeah. Cheetah doesn't have any space, any card that he actually wants to space. Oh, okay.
Oh,
On a rear
rear guard,
guards.
just,
At least he
just
protected himself from that.
piling it on. Is he gonna take South Africa here? No, he's
But he probably wanna put at least one, right?
continuing to over control.
To prevent him from taking it immediately. At least forcing him to.
You
He
could
doesn't.
argue.
If he puts one, Cheetah doesn't have a card to take it.
Oh, he goes Brazil. Okay, because Brazil's still open,
He
and
actually,
he's.
I
I
don't
guess he
think he
hopes.
has a card anyway because he has Candida course. You probably wanna play that for the event. Or Marin Tehran event, John Paul event, and Summer is just one up.
Hmm.
I mean, he
You
could
don't. You
like
don't. You
spend
don't
turn
have
and.
to event. You don't have to event Camp David or John Paul necessarily.
Well, I mean, but they're normally evented, right? I mean, probably John Paul is like a little more irrelevant because you have three battlegrounds already, but I don't know. Cam Davis is one BP and Arab Israeli becomes a dead card and you get three ups out of it. So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, for sure, you'd rather play them at events, but I mean, if he like, it's not the end of the world if you
Yeah.
event them, if you
Yeah,
opt them
probably
for sure.
domination in Africa is more important than.
Well, I bet Ziemowit strongly suspects Africa scoring here because I think every single play Ziemowit has,
Yeah.
Shizan has played into Africa. He could Zaire, he flipped Angola, he played colonial rear guards, like he did everything. So
The funny thing is he doesn't have it. He
yeah, exactly. If I'm
actually.
Ziemowit, I will be shocked when I
Oh
see
yeah.
that he doesn't have Africa.
Yep.
And actually, it might hurt Ziemowit because he might think about getting cheeky with a turn 7 poke into I don't know, Algeria with Usuri or do something like that just because he thinks that he really has it, but again he doesn't. So all right, decision time for Shizun. What are his priorities? I would think about just playing Asia here. You don't want to hold on to that for too long. Oh, okay, Camp David. All right, all right. Base
Okay, he
success.
goes for the
All
two
right,
VPs.
VP track is even. Not for long. Asia's coming, but I think you John Paul into Brazil. I would have that as a priority if I'm Shizun.
Yeah,
Because that's about.
South America is being scored. I think South Africa is more important than Brazil at this point.
It has been scored, but like it's still a pretty important country. We're turn 5. It's gonna come back turn 7. Let's
Go
see.
for the influence.
Let's see. South Africa or Brazil? Okay, go
South
South
Africa.
Africa. Latin American,
Cool.
Saharan states
Okay,
gets one
3-3.
Milata lead, and
Yeah,
Liberation will be turn 7.
yeah. Liberation just to poke and make sure that he doesn't do a AR7 play. Cool with Summit. OP Summit. That card is completely useless, man. Like, I've never seen anyone
Wow.
eventing that.
Wow. All right. I mean, it's you can't headline it because you risk Defcon suicide. Even if you control every single region, I think you still, or not every single region, but if you have a 3-1 lead, you still risk Defcon suicide. So I guess the only time you'd consider eventing it is if you have a big lead and you can see the opponent's headline. But in that scenario, you're gonna win the game anyway. So it's like, yeah.
Okay, so that's
Grain sales is very nice here.
hold on, what did I miss? How did he got to 7 BPs?
He played Asia scoring.
Oh yeah, for sure. Okay, I was like,
Yeah.
I really forgot about that because he's been playing for Africa this whole time.
Yeah, I'm not a giant fan of leaving the scoring all the way at the end to turn 7.
Yeah, me neither.
You can do more helpful things, I think. But I mean,
Oh, but
oh,
he has been distracted, so he was not expecting
yeah,
that at all.
like I think it's reasonable in this scenario just because like you have pressing issues on the board, and also like what's Zemo gonna do to break your Asia domination? Like he's purged. There's nothing he can do.
Yeah. Okay, let's go back here. So Simo has bear trap, grain cells, and Voice of America. He's gonna probably have to bear trap himself this turn. This style is not as useful as it might be some other
I
turns.
mean,
He could use it to take
headline detail here and take Brazil and
Brazil
Mexico.
and Mexico, but it doesn't give you access. That's what I'm saying. But yeah, basically you can also AR1 and do the same thing, you know.
I think D-Style here is super strong. Actually, I think he should 100% play it and take Brazil and Mexico or Junta.
Or
Both of them,
Junta.
you can't go wrong. He does go decel. Yeah, that's
Oh,
OAS
yes,
kind of
funded.
messes
Well, that's fine because
messes
Junta
things
on
up.
AR1 is gonna give you the rest, right?
Yeah,
So he's
uh,
where is
yeah.
he taking off?
If I'm Ziemowit, I'm thinking Mexico is a priority for myself
Yeah,
because if you manage to
control.
score Central America for 10, that could that really brings your game back quite a bit, I think. And then you get into territory where, we will bury you or South America scoring plus war games becomes possible. So I'm really thinking about Mexico. Because South America control is also possible here, but I think Shizun will play OAS into. Oh wait! Oh wait! So Ziemowit plays first.
Yeah, so he can
So he
take
should
it.
just he should just take both and then
Yeah,
play Junta depending on what Shizun does. Yeah, I think that works. OES is an interesting headline. Like I feel like it's more suited to an AR7 play, but I'm not sure what else does he have.
in 1 second, he has Suez, Deco, South Africa, China car, Armani Tehran that can cover puppets, special relationships, and how I learned to stop worrying.
Pretty strong hand. Special
Yeah,
relationship is enhanced right now with NATO, so that's always nice.
yeah, special relationship is gonna be very annoying with NATO on.
Yep, pop those two
He has
VPs.
Deco and South African rest, but he's going for
So
the
he's
coup.
cooling
Okay.
in Africa. Okay, that's a pretty good play probably because he knows that Shizun can't take both
Yep.
anyways. And he has Junta still in his back pocket, so
Yep.
I like it. Also, Africa's the only scoring that's yet to come out.
The battle for Africa.
Yeah,
Having a big one
yeah,
here.
and now there's not much Shizun can do to counter. I think. Well,
Yeah.
he doesn't have the scoring. The scoring's gonna come out next turn, but
Yeah, but he can now. I think Simovi can put the pressure up. Try that realign in South Africa.
yeah, I like that as well. The only problem is the ops aren't amazing,
Yeah.
but
I mean, he has to secure for sure the mid world regions. I mean, Central America and South America. But once has that out of the way, he can probably try to get that scoring up in Africa.
do you think Shizun takes Brazil here or Mexico? I think Brazil because you count on realigning Mexico later, but could go either way.
The problem is, well, it doesn't. It's okay. He
He
goes for
goes
Mexico.
Mexico. Okay.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I
it's
would
the
think.
control,
Yeah.
right? Mexico is more BPs because you have the extra BP from being adjacent to USA, and maybe he's
Yeah.
counting that brush war is gonna save him later. I don't know.
No, I think it's fine.
I think it's close. I don't know which one
Yeah,
is right. Okay, so Simowit is threatening that, but an easy coup in Colombia is gonna prevent and give foothold for that
but
Venezuelan.
but that allows a nice che, right? Because then you
Yep,
che Colombia and Saharan states.
yep,
And Saharan states actually threatens. I mean, it gives Zemo Africa domination. So then that's two threats for Shizun. Yeah,
okay,
so
it's gonna
Shizun will
coup.
coup, but now che is gonna be really strong.
Yep,
Oh, five. That's
setting up a
nice.
good che. Okay, so he's gonna have Saharan states first, easy peasy. Okay,
6 and 3. Okay,
enough to kick
decent.
him out. Okay, so Simowit dominates 3 regions right now, 4 with Middle
Four
East.
regions. Yeah,
So
I mean
this is tight right now.
it's gonna be very interesting.
Yeah, and Junta might actually give him a chance to realign Venezuela if he wants.
Puppet for the event. Okay, so I mean Che's a card you can't get enough of, but
Can I
I
get more
guess you
chess, please?
yeah coup here with Missile Envy.
Colombia, bro. Oh no,
No,
Venezuela?
no, yeah,
Venezuela.
you have to
Sorry, Cuba, Cuba, Cuba.
Venezuela. Yeah, you have to go. Yeah, you have to protect Cuba.
Yeah, Cuba is more important because the real lineup +2 is too threatening.
Yep. Now Shizun has some time. I would think that he might play ops into Botswana because I would just be
He
a
has
little
two
bit.
problems still. So he has to get rid of one of them, unless you want to give the China card. He has South African unrest, which will set up a good realignment for Simowi. and decal. That will basically break bunch of things
Yeah,
in Africa, right?
you don't want to play deco here for sure. I think you just have to kind of.
If you get South
This is
Africa,
tough
then
actually.
you're gonna have to use the 2 points to take maybe Botswana, and
Well, he can space one, hold one, right? What else does he have?
yeah, you can do that. But
Yeah.
he has other events. He has a spatial relationship and Armani Terran.
Oh yeah, so he's fine. He can just space one, hold one.
Hmm.
Probably hold South African because it's a repeating event.
Okay, yeah, he takes that.
Okay. Take Botswana prophylactically. Beer trap yourself. Yep.
Expected.
I like. I hope that he's planning to save Junta for turn 7, which I like. Also, wait. Oh wait, no, we did see ask not for one card, for 2 cards. So there's probably a reshuffle happening in turn 7. Yeah, we saw a blockade discard as well. Yeah, there's almost definitely a reshuffle happening. So Shizun has back-to-back ARs, but he's basically forced to fill Venezuela back.
Okay, so
No,
he
okay, so he
space
spaces Zico,
decal.
yeah.
Okay, so then
Voice of America.
Uribe.
I don't even think you mind failing here too much. Okay, he succeeds, but
Yeah, it's fine. He can space the other one, right?
yeah, no, now you space the other one, and hopefully you get headline
Actually
keeping.
hold it, right? So pass the reshuffle, so you don't get Voice of America later.
Hmm, that's also probably a good play.
Okay, so he goes for Voice of
No, he spaces it.
no, he wants to headline Junta the next turn to get that
Yeah,
control.
it's very strong. Because it's like a guaranteed coup, right? It's like, even if you fail, you just use your AR1 to fill. Alright, so we go into turn 7 at plus 10,
Okay,
but
nice Africa.
wow. Wow, what a hand.
Yeah, that Brezhnev could be OP,
What a hand.
but Junta is also. I mean, you got a Junta on the first AR
I
too.
mean, he has Junta's a great headline, Brezhnev,
Brezhnev
Missile
and then
Envy.
Junta. That gives you a coup with three, right?
He's thinking about Missile Envy right now, because I think he's sorting through discard or removed.
DC was played last turn, right? DC, so he cannot headline
Well,
DC.
he gets to see the headline.
Oh, he's speaking. Okay, then never mind.
Yeah, so as long as it's nothing Defcon are reducing. Also, DC wouldn't matter. He's yes, we will bury you would matter, but he has it in his own hand. So
No, I'm talking about if he headline DC, he would draw the Defcon and then.
oh right. He would lose the game. Okay, Brush War. That was the unaccounted card.
Okay, I can tell you he has still Cultural Revolution. Oh no, he got it back. Yeah, he has Korea War, South African Unrest that he held, Cultural Revolution, Willy Brandt. He has a lot of records. Okay,
Yeah,
Brushboard
that
on.
sounds like a tough hand to play.
It's gonna
I think you go Brazil or Panama.
John Paul,
Probably.
Arms Race, Flower Power. He only has two blue cards.
Oh, okay, but that's decent though. Flower Power, John
Yeah,
Paul, and Arms Race. I mean, you have ops there.
yep. But he has a few
What do you Brush
problems.
War here?
Sorry.
What do you Brush War here? I would
Hmm.
think Panama.
Panama is a 66, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. He goes for it,
yeah.
and he got it.
Well,
Keep,
Brazil would have worked too, but you never know.
now you go for Mexico to get back that domination.
I would think no. I think you go Venezuela and go for control. Actually, because
What is better,
yeah, I
not
don't
one
know.
domination
Actually.
and potentially getting dominated on Central America, or getting two dominations?
So the problem with Mexico is then you're gonna get into this very annoying coup war in Guatemala, and one big roll from Shizan means you lose Mexico on the spot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he does go for Venezuela, which I like.
Ah, he goes for the coup in Mexico. Oh,
Oh, he
but
went for the coup in Mexico.
yeah,
Interesting.
but that's sort of.
So now
I mean, he
he's
can
gonna
take
be an
Venezuela
op
now,
short.
and yeah,
Yeah, one
but
op short.
it's enough to force him, force maybe his hand a little bit.
Yeah, I would go both Mexico and then oh Tunisia. Hmm.
Making the
I would go
Africa
mostly
elimination. He has Africa scoring, so
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I guess the
like
hmm.
honestly, it's not that dangerous. If he takes Mexico, you just
But
coup
Shizan could flower
Nicaragua.
power. Shizan could flower power here. 2 Mexico, 1 Sudan, 1 Zimbabwe, and that prevents the domination.
Hmm, that's true.
And then you get into coup wars, and that's always iffy. You'd rather. Oh, but I mean, Shizan has problems too, right? He has South African unrest
Yeah,
and other
Cultural
cards.
Revolution, Korea War. The Korea War right now is a 50-50, right?
Wait, where did Nixon go?
Nixon is in his hand too.
Oh, okay. So he can play China card. Yeah. So I think actually he should play China card, play cultural, and then play Nixon. That's pretty. That's pretty strong.
Yep, that would get rid of a few problems, and he could
Yeah.
fold two cards if he wanted to. The problem is not that much the board. The problem is the scoring, right? Like Simo has to, with his board, has to come back 11 points.
I think it's doable though because the
Yeah,
board is looking pretty nice, and
yeah.
Africa's gonna get scored right here for 4, so that'll bring it down to 7. Shizan can play arms race for 3 VPs, but okay, so I think he'll go Sudan and uh
I mean,
no,
no, that's a mistake. He
he
knows that he has Africa scoring. It's turn 7.
well classifying it as a mistake is maybe I don't know. Like I mean, it's a decision, right? That he's
Yeah,
ditching Africa, which might be fine. He might think that he doesn't want to get into coup
but
wars, and he might think it's not attainable anyways, which is fair. In comes arms race for 3, up to 10.
okay.
Oh, what do
Solve
you solve for?
negotiation. What are you gonna solve? Yeah,
What's he thinking of
brass
solving
war
for? Brush
maybe.
war. Yeah, it's got to be brush war. No, he's just playing influence into India. Okay, and now Shizan has Korean War, so now that's unplayable. So Korean War is unplayable, and South African unrest is unplayable. But I think
Yeah,
he's fine because of the China trick.
with the China trick, you can hold those two and maybe get rid of them later. I mean, he's
Or you can
preventing. He
even
has Willy
even
Brandt, so he had to do that to prevent breaking Europe.
yeah, he can space one too, right? So I think he's fine.
Let's see what he does. Okay.
Yeah, another problem for Shizan is that even if let's say he gets, I don't know, ABM in the future, or he somehow he uses ops to break South America, Latin American death squads. No, not Latin American death squads. What's the other card? The one where you have to discard a 3. Latin American
Oh
debt
yeah, yeah.
crisis is
That Mega Deck
gonna
Crisis.
is really strong for Ziemowit, and it kind of
Yeah.
Brazil and Venezuela are a 6-4. If even if it goes to 8-6, that card can give you it back. So,
Yep. At
and
this
if you
point, with
take
so much influence, it's really strong.
yeah, and if you take Argentina, like first of all, you kind of can't because Uruguay and Chile, and even if you do, then the Iron Lady is around. So South America is gonna be tough to break.
Yep.
Africa is for sure flippable, but not super easily. And Middle East
Everything is
isn't.
overprotected, right? So it has to be coup. It
Yeah,
has to be ABM.
well, Middle
Oh,
East is also tough to break because Iranian hostage crisis is gonna come soon, and things get dicey. Muslim revolutions comes back, so I don't see the board
you also have
changing too much.
AWACS, you know,
Yeah, I mean AWOX, sure,
but
but that doesn't yeah.
AWACS headline, and then you put him in a pickle, right? Do you want to protect or do you want to coup? But yeah, Muslim revolution, if it comes before AWACS, then it becomes a
Or
problem
even if AWOX, then again Iranian hostage crisis just solves the problem.
for sure.
But it's interesting. Like
And
there
an
are
Afghan war too.
yeah, Iran Iraq war.
Does he want to hold Brezhnev for next turn, maybe?
I think that's a great idea. And space I would space
Space
EEU right
EU,
now.
you don't see that crap ever again.
Or you could play it right now for just ops because right now it's only taking away 1 from
One, yeah.
each,
Yeah, you can, yeah,
right?
you
When
can
next
fix
turn
it
it'll
if
be
you
enhanced.
need.
Indo-Pak War for the event is 100% a
Yeah.
consideration. I think he actually
I mean,
should just play it.
I think it's real. I don't think it's a rhetoric. Oh my
Oh,
God, he's he?
crazy.
Okay.
Okay, so he calculated it and he thinks that he's safe. I have not been tracking that closely, so I'm not sure.
He's
But
gonna give Cultural
I,
Revolution, so he's gonna get the China card up, probably.
okay, yeah, he has to give China. He has to give cultural, right?
Yep. I mean, the other options are no. That's it. It's the only three that he has.
Okay, so he gives cultural. Then Shizan has to use missile envy, and then I think Ziemowit should play the China card, maybe.
Knowing that Nixon is in his hand.
Yeah, but then it gets iffy because do you really want to hold two cards? Not necessarily. I don't know. Let's see.
He
Overprotects
overprotects.
Pakistan, which might come back to bite him, but let's see. It's the right play, obviously, because he gave up China. Yeah, this is interesting. What do you do now? So okay,
He
he
goes for
doesn't.
the.
Here,
No, he knows that he has Nixon, so
so I think Shizan should play Nixon ASAP.
no. That would have been so good if he could get that war going.
Oh yeah, that would have been huge. All right, Nixon grabs it back, so no harm, no foul with missile envy. And I think Ziemowit should
Simovit
hold
probably
Brezhnev
knew.
here.
Simovit probably knew every card in his hand at this point. Maybe not
Yeah,
Jean Paul, but he was. He know what.
no, he does. He should. He knows John Paul because it hasn't come out. Oh, he spaces EU hoping for the 3 VPs, which is a good play because then you can get to 6 and you avoid war games immediately, anyways. But
Okay, that's a.
yeah,
There are two potential BPs here. No, okay, he goes to
okay,
space.
but
Okay,
Shizan fails as well, so he retains the headline Pekin.
which is important. Okay,
Big coup in Colombia. Wow, so South America is looking dangerous. Actually, the board
11
is a
points,
lot of
right?
fun. Yeah, there's a lot of things that could happen here.
I maybe have come for Nicaragua to prevent that domination there, right? 3-3.
Uh, I think, yeah, I guess, yeah, maybe.
Okay,
Okay,
so we
super
get
strong hand.
Middle East. That's gonna score for him. So that's gonna prevent. And AWACS in his hand, so he basically can even. Well, there is the war, the Arakarak War. That is actually not in the hand of Sithan. So Sithan has the two events from the last turn, South Africa and uh, no, one of them,
Willy
only
Brandt.
South Africa. He has also
Oh, okay.
Longaman,
Oh,
and he has terrorism that he has headline.
okay. What else does he have?
It's his feed keeps going off,
Oh,
so
okay.
I have trouble seeing it. But
When it stabilizes, just
okay,
let me know.
Solidarity, OPEC, Perishing, Cambridge 5, the Goal, and Evil Empire. So he has OPEC, Legamman, and South Africa that he doesn't want to play. Perishing is probably unplayable since he can just repair. Solidarity is gonna be a problem, yes, unless Ziemowit fixes it. And an Evil Empire just ends Flower Power. So
Sorry, what was the card that you said is gonna be a problem unless the moment fixes?
uh, Solidarity,
Oh, solidarity. Oh,
yeah,
okay. Yeah. Uh, I think if I'm Ziemowit, I am thinking of headlining Middle East because that's the card that I don't want discarded. Yep. And you also avoid war games shenanigans, and you can coup easily.
okay,
AWACS is a perfectly fine card
yeah,
to discard, no
and
problem
okay.
whatsoever.
So now he's safe on the.
Yeah,
He
the only
actually
thing
could
that
win if he gets war games at this point, right? Because he's top seed. Or that's only if the low seed plays it. I don't know how that goes.
yeah, no. Yeah, so wait.
If Sheethan plays war games, Simo wins, right? But
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
okay,
Because Zimu is the higher seed, so
yeah.
yeah. Okay, the only like quote unquote problem in this hand is that he's gonna have to play special relationship for the event, which is not ideal, but I don't really see a way around it.
You cannot space it anymore, so the only thing is you could hold it, but okay. He goes for the coup.
Mexico
US Japan
coup,
is almost free at this point since
but
you already been dominated.
Mexico coup is odd
Uh, he,
because even if you roll
you're gonna get
even if you
realigned
succeeded,
immediately.
you're gonna get realigned. Yeah,
Yeah, maybe
I would
Algeria
have
was better actually.
I would have thought about Algeria. Well, Algeria's been scored.
Egypt.
Maybe Egypt. Egypt is not bad. But yeah, okay. She's in repairs. He was
Nicaragua.
Nicaragua.
Okay.
Okay, so he's focusing Central America. That's good. Chernobyl is free ops. Deccan cover goes to space. Brezhnev, you have to play for ops, which kind of sucks, but I mean, it is what it is. 3 ops.
Yep.
Cambridge
It,
5.
is he gonna
So
hold Brezhnev the whole game
he
until the
can't.
last AR?
He can't terrorism.
Okay, yeah. I was like,
Yeah. But also, Shizan has lone gunman, but he
yep.
also has a China card
But he
and
has right now
terrorism
he's
on
looking a lot of red. Like I think he's gonna space OPEC, but he
Facebook
has
page.
perishing. He has South Africa. He has the goal. He doesn't have a lot of ops available. The goal is probably more available
De
because,
Gaulle, yeah, De Gaulle's very available.
but
But Zemo should just continue to keep the pressure on and keep
yeah,
creating problems as he is doing successfully. So
yeah, that looks good to me.
the problem is that I don't think Zemo can win on Defcon unless Shizan plays the China card. Because
Yeah,
even with Aldrich, like again, your and terrorism is gone, right? So you need Shizan to discard 2 cards, not one.
well, he will have to have also Ortega. He has Ortega and Gunman,
No,
and you.
Ortega's not a problem because he doesn't have
Oh,
influence in
that's true.
Cuba.
So then,
Yeah,
it's very difficult to win by DEFCON. He doesn't have to win on the board.
yeah. Shizan would have to play China card, which I think he's smart enough to just hold, especially with lone gunman in hand. I'm never playing China here.
You hold that China tight to your heart.
Yeah.
Not let that China go.
All right. So Ziemowit will have to play special relationship, which is if I'm Ziemowit, I'm really scared, but I have no choice because you're pushing VPs to 8 in war games is a possibility. But again, not just what do you do, right? Not much choice. All right, to go for influence. Oh, actually, Ziemowit can probably make an educated guess that.
Oh, he
Oh, he
breaks
breaks.
special
Yeah. Oh,
relationship.
what the heck? Yeah, I didn't even think.
Well,
Oh, he just got the opportunity because
yeah,
De Gaulle was played.
yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting.
So he
I like that.
immediately got rid of it for
Yeah,
free.
smart. Well done.
Yeah. I guess
But
that Queen
yeah. No,
Nicaragua
go
is
ahead.
coming back, probably.
Yeah, probably with Brezhnev and then Chernobyl. I was gonna say that Zemo can probably make an educated guess that Shizan does not have war games because he played an Evil Empire for ops, whereas that one VP would
Yeah,
have pushed him over to 7. So
yeah.
probably. So what does Shizan have? He still has South African.
South Africa, Perishing, Long Gunman, and Solidarity. Okay, so
Okay,
he has our repair.
Solidarity is 100% AR7 here, and actually, I mean, I always get overexcited about Europe, but there's some possibilities here.
Yeah,
If you solidarity, you grab
I mean
Poland, tear down this
Reformer.
wall,
Yeah,
tear down this wall. You're realigning West Germany a +1, right?
yeah,
And actually,
Solidarity. Yep.
yeah, Zemo is probably thanking his lucky stars that he got Chernobyl because otherwise, yeah, that's
He
scary.
been big problems. Yep.
Yeah. All right, Brezhnev takes Indonesia. Okay, so Asia, no, and
Still,
two
he's still very
Israel.
behind. Like it's seven
One,
against
two, three,
second
four,
against
five.
five.
Yeah, he cannot realistically fight on country count. I think Indonesia. But why is he taking Indonesia then? What's the point? I would rather maybe over control
Okay.
Venezuela and
No, he's
Brazil.
going for the country count. He's going for
Oh, he is. One, two, three,
he's
four,
six to
five,
seven
six.
right now.
One,
So
two,
he's
three, four, five.
Burma and Taiwan. Well, but he's just gonna get Burma and then you're done.
And also, Taiwan is a battleground right now.
Yep.
Yeah, for Muslims in play. Yeah, like I think a lot of the game now will depend on what scorings come out because the board is right around even. Yeah, I mean it's gonna be a close finish actually.
Yep.
Let's see,
It
Europe at
probably depends.
5.
Probably depends on what gets scored before, right? If
Yeah,
South America gets
exactly.
scored, then maybe Zimbabwe has a fair chance. If South
Okay.
America doesn't come out, we are too
Well,
in
6,
trouble.
5, 11, 11, and 2, 13. So 13 VPs on the board for Shizan. And Middle East is 3. Africa is 5 at the moment. 8. South America is 10. 18 VPs. So actually, Zimowit's ahead right now. by 7 VPs on the board. Again, there's lots of TS, still
No,
two whole turns
he
to
has
go,
to
but
prevent, if he prevents that Central America domination, I think he's good to go for the last
for Central America domination is just 2 VPs anyways. I'm not like super concerned about
well,
it.
but
I would actually,
it's a swing of, oh no, yeah, because you don't get
yeah,
domination. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I would be concerned about. Yeah, Europe is iffy. Hmm. Oh, he
Okay,
grabbed socialist governments.
he
That's
gets
very nice.
socialist. Central America is in Chitan's hand.
And
He
tear
has,
down this wall also means that you're basically not worried.
okay, let's see why every time that I look at his feet, it goes like crap. Okay, so Arab Israeli, he has also war games, and he has Central America.
Oh,
So Central America plus war games could give him
oh,
the. Okay, he's going. Oh, these are really blue hands, so it's not too bad to get a grain sale. The
he
problem
grabs
is
our man.
he doesn't have that many problems. Like he's gonna space tear down this wall even, and he's gonna play the rest. Like nothing is super threatening.
But does Shizan have any way to grab VPs?
Uh, mm, no, not really. I can tell you his hand. He has Long Gunman, China, Central America scoring, Lads, Glasnost, Judy, War Games, Arab Israeli, and Star Wars. So if it's not Central America, there's nothing else. Unless
Well, so
Star
so
Wars, he cannot. He can go ahead on Star Wars and maybe get Brass War or
what does he have to space here?
what can he space? He can space in Glass Knots.
Yeah, okay. So I think the play is space Glasnost. If you succeed, that's 3 VPs and you just win the game. You don't even need to Star Wars, right? Because or you play Central America and you also probably win the game because it's iffy. I don't know what the play is because also Ziemowit headline Liberation Theology.
Yeah, so he's what gonna take. That's why I was not too worried about Central America because right now he's gonna take Mexico, and actually Central America is gonna go against you.
Oh, this is fun. I
But
think
he can pull it off.
uh,
He the space shot. How many is that? Is three BPs? The next one
yeah,
is 3-1, right?
yeah.
So yeah, that
So
does it.
space is huge here for any whichever one of them gets to that space first is huge. Thing is, Central America is pretty solid here because I mean, once again, Guatemala is at 4, so also Zemo has to treat carefully here. The Iron Lady here is almost a card that you're very hesitant about playing because of the VP situation.
Yep.
So I think you just coup Mexico with socialist governments or place in. Oh wait,
He
Defcon's at
has
2,
to.
right? Grain sales. Yeah, grain sales.
He probably has to
Uh,
put
yeah, I would add one in the Dominican. No,
what?
goes Guatemala. Okay, I guess he's hoping to coup Guatemala in the future. That's I don't know. I kind of like El Salvador better.
And then 1 point where,
Or Nicaragua. Okay.
and he can immediately flip. And then we take Dominican. Oh,
I'm not.
okay.
Wait, where did that other one go?
Botswana.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Very interesting.
He wants a
Uh,
closer recover.
she's
Okay.
in 100% is realigning Mexico here. You just have to.
He's gonna use Glasnost for that. Oh,
No, he's
space. He's
facing.
going for
Oh, okay.
space.
So he's
Okay.
getting greedy here. Oh, he succeeds. Okay. So Iran-Iraq war is Zimbabwe's only shot.
Yeah, he has to roll that back.
Oh, he's not thinking about war games. No, Z. Play Iran-Iraq. Ah, that's
This is it.
GG's. Oh, that's game.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah. Oh wow. So Shezan Hirjee will advance to the ITSL conference semifinals.
Yep,
Wow.
that's a War
Wow.
Games
Over
victory.
Ziemowit Pazderski. Damn.
Yeah, man. Oh man, I feel a little bad. That was